Oh, hello, hello. Hey there, fine real estate folks. Hope you're doing well. Today, we are going to be talking about farming your target neighborhood with a food drive. We're going to cover all the details. We've been doing it for years. It's an absolutely great feel-good way to lead generate. So let's talk about it. First off, let me just kind of break this down. So charitable work always gets the most engagement, always, whether it be Facebook posts, whether it be just food drives that you're doing, whichever. It always gets the most engagement. Plus, Thanksgiving is just a cool time of year. The family gets together, food comas are abundant. So since we have so many good things going on in our lives, let's make it a point to pay it forward and help out those in our community that aren't as fortunate as us. So let's talk details, guys. This webinar is going to be a little shorter than usual because the concept is pretty simple. It's the execution that you need to get out there and do. Here's how it breaks down. So if you don't have a target neighborhood, that's where you need to start because we need to figure out your bullseye. We're going to put 50 to 100 bags out depending on how much time and resources you have. And we're just going to put a little note on there with the business card, and the note is going to be asking for food drive donations, whether it be non-perishables or monetary donations, whatever it is that you choose. So once we define the neighborhood, we put the bags out, we let them know exactly what to expect. What the bags are for, what we plan on picking up, when we plan on picking up, and where the food is gonna go. And along the way, we're gonna be plugging in social media so we have all the engagement from that, plus all the social proof once we've already put all the work in. If you do not have a target neighborhood, like I said, this is the first place to start. You need to check out the blog post on CompleteAgent because it walks you through every aspect of it. A lot of people want to choose their own neighborhood first. And, sometimes that turns out okay, but sometimes the numbers just don't support it. So instead of just blindly choosing neighborhood, you need to go through and you need to weigh all the sheet that we put in front of you that you guys can download to help you guys make an informed decision. It talks about all the key metrics that you need to track, and it lays it out in a way where you can see your potential income and your farm size and all that kind of stuff. Super helpful. Don't shoot in the dark. Make sure you're making an informed decision. Choose your target neighborhood. Figure out if you're going to do 50, 100 bags, that kind of thing. And let's just talk about how to get it done. So like I said, throughout the entire process, you're going to be using social media to implement this. So before, you're just going to make a quick little video. You're going to be announcing what you're doing, what the bags are for, what you're picking up, and where the food is going to go. It's going to reiterate what's in that note. But with social media, it's gonna be a little bit more targeted than you just putting it on blast. If you're really serious about targeting and farming, then you absolutely need to be part of a neighborhood Facebook group, or you need to start a neighborhood Facebook group, or at the very minimum, have a neighborhood blog. Because what you're going to do is you're going to target just the people in this one little neighborhood, and if you can, you're going to target it just to a little section that you're going to be covering. You're going to drop that pin, you're going to make it as small as possible, you're going to let everyone know. Now, here's the cool thing about social media. When you go and you drop your bags, it's going to be limited to just those 50 or 100 people, just that one little strip right there. And, as effective as that can be, we need to open things up a little bit more, but we don't have time to run through the whole neighborhood and drop bags. What you're going to do on social media is let people know what you're doing and say, hey, if you guys need a bag or if you guys need to pick up from you and you're not on this little strip and you're going to define that little strip exactly based off the street name, tell them, hey, just reach out to me and I can make the arrangements. I can drop the bag off to you and I can arrange to pick it up on Sunday when I pick up the rest of the bags. Cool. Yeah, so definitely check out that spreadsheet that we put in front of you and figure out what you're going to do on social media. So are you part of a neighborhood Facebook page, or is it something that you're going to have to take into your own hands? So just to kind of let you guys know, this is something that our sister office has been doing for years on end, and this is something that I've personally been doing for years on end because of the results that I saw with the office. Not just that though, but it feels great. It's a really warm and fuzzy way to generate leads. It really is. And like I said, charitable events always get the most engagement So it makes a lot of sense for a lot of reasons. I'm to the point now where I'm just such a people person, and I love my neighbors so much that I'm just doing it because they're almost expecting it at this point. And it is pretty rewarding, and it feels great to load up a truck with a bag full of food for those less fortunate and go drop it off and make sure that it's getting in good hands. So at this point, I'm not even putting business cards on my bags because neighbors all know what's up by this point. And I mean, I just like walking around and shaking hands with them and just kind of meeting my neighbors. It's given me some really great opportunities to meet some really cool people that I'm going to be friends with for years on end until we're not neighbors anymore. Like, for example, just from dropping bags and that kind of thing, I had one lady borderline chase me down the street just to thank me. She must have saw me when I went up to the front door to pick it up, and I got back to my truck and I started driving off, and she flagged me down. She chased me down, and she just wanted to say thank you and learn a little bit more about what I'm doing and what she can do to help and all that kind of stuff. And I was really amazed that people were so plugged into just receiving a bag on their doorstep. Because of it, I've been able to, meet some really great neighbors that I've had some really great memories with. A soccer mom came over to my place and played some violin with me. I make music. That was incredible. I've been able to help an old lady on my street import pictures of all of her grandkids. Miss Candy, thanks for all the cookies. I really appreciate you. And plus, I have an unlimited supply of honey because one of my neighbors knows a beekeeper. So I'm sitting pretty on my block. Like I said, it's a really great opportunity to get in front of people, and it goes beyond just lead generation at this point because you really are doing good, and it's tough to beat a good old-fashioned handshake. All right, let's talk details. I'm going to talk to you about what to do beforehand, what you're going to do during, and what you're going to do after, because throughout there's going to be opportunities that we need to maximize. So here's how it works. Like I told you, you're going to take 50 to 100 bags and you're going to go put them on doorsteps in your target neighborhood. Where do you get these bags? You can either go to a grocery store or you can go online and you can order them. Grocery store is always easier for me because I can go in there, I can charm them a little bit, I can let them know that it's for a food drive. 9 times out of 10, they're either going to hook you up with some free bags. If it's 50, sometimes they'll hook you up with free bags, but they're always 9 times out of 10 going to at least give you a substantial discount. There's only one store that I went to that wasn't willing to give me any bags or give me a discount, even though it was for a food drive. So I just left and I went to another one. Now I got a regular spot. Like I said, you're going to put a note on there, but easy with the branding. You're trying to fly in under the radar. Because it's charitable work, that's going to do a lot of the talking for you. So you still want people to know who you are and what you do and how you can help them, essentially. So what you're going to do is you're going to put a note, like I said, describing what you're doing, what you're picking up, and where it's going, and when you're picking up. But you're also going to attach a business card. That's it. You're going to staple a business card to this little note, to the bag. Bam! If you really want to get fancy with it, some people punch holes and tie ribbon. And yes, it looks nice, but I don't know if there's any difference in the results, to be honest with you. And it's a lot more time consuming. But hey, if you fancy like that, you do your thing. If you want to go the extra mile, you can do handwritten notes. And I know it sounds crazy, but look, consider this. Not all 50 or 100 people are going to pick up a bag. Realistically, you're only going to need a note for maybe, I don't know, a third of the people. And the note doesn't have to be anything crazy. My God, settle down. It's not an autobiography. All it is just a note letting them know that you appreciate them. What I do, just little unbranded thank you note. All it says is thank you. And it says on the outside. And then the inside, it says, thanks for giving. It means a lot. And that's it. If you want to put another business card in there, you can. But, I always recommend just leaving it unbranded because if you're farming properly, you should have some other stuff coming their way soon. Plus, you're going to be doing some post follow-up in social media as well. Cool. And just so y'all know, there is a downloadable, that little note that I was telling you guys about. It is downloadable. There's 2 per page. So you print it out, you make 1 cut, and you magically have 2. Abracadabra. In case you're not looking at it right now, all it says is, Thanksgiving means more than family and food comas. It's about giving back and contributing to the community. Any non-perishable items you can donate will be greatly appreciated and have a tremendous impact on our hungry neighbors. Please leave your donations by your front door on Sunday, November 19th, and I'll pick them up between 4 and 6. Thanks for making a difference. That's all there is to it, and they're going to do all the work for you. Obviously, you can change the date, you can change the pickup time, but I was just trying to make it a time where I feel like people are going to be home. That's the thing. Because throughout the whole thing, you're looking for opportunities to be neighborly and just meet your folks around you. Cool. So this is how it's going to pan out. This is how you're going to plan it. So on Facebook, on social media, whether it be your blog or the neighborhood group, or maybe the neighborhood group that you created, either way, you're going to put a post out 1 week beforehand, before the bags go out, letting people know what to expect. When you're putting the bags together, you're going to take a pic or a video or whatever, and you're going to put out another reminder. And a few days later, right before the bags go out, you're going to set the right expectation. Maybe make another video. You're going to tell people, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what the bags are for. But not everybody's going to get a bag. I don't have the time. I don't have the resources. But I do want to make sure that I'm getting as many donated items as possible. Shoot me a message here in Facebook and let me know that you're interested, and I can drop a bag off to you, and I can make sure I get it picked up Sunday whenever I'm making my rounds for everybody else. So it's just all these different opportunities that you have to remind people and to set the correct expectations and to get them engaged. And of course, the night before, you're going to let them know. And before you drop the bags, if you plan on doing the thank you notes, like I said, real simple, thanks for giving, means a lot. You definitely want to make sure you write those out beforehand, obviously. When you're doing the bag drop, of course, you're going to make a post letting people know, hey, if you haven't put your stuff out on the doorstep yet, I'm going to be making my rounds in 1 hour. So fill that bag up. I'll be there. Hopefully you're there so I can say hello. Have a good one. I'll see you soon. They're also going to remind people about the ones that aren't on your strip. Say, hey, just so you know, if I haven't heard from you, let me know when I need to pick up those bags. And then earlier, I was talking about being neighborly and looking for opportunities to meet people. But guys, this is not really a time to do door knocking. This is more of just a way to kind of catch people outside. Like I said, some people will make it a point to come out and say thank you. Or if you're just outside and you notice that there's not a bag on somebody's doorstep and they're washing their car, they're walking their dog or something like that, just give them a quick reminder and it gives you a reason to open up a conversation. I mean, I've had tons of conversations with neighbors just from walking down the street with these bags or wondering what I'm doing or why I'm coming up to their house or anything like that. And it's a really non-abrasive, under the radar way to have an organic conversation. Truly is. Last year, just to give you all my stats, to give you an idea of how long it took, I did 50 bags. It just so happens that my neighborhood is actually a pretty good neighborhood to do it in. The numbers make a lot of sense. So that's the little strip that I've been tackling. But my stats for my neighborhood, my little strip, I put 50 bags out. It took me 26 minutes, and I had 2 meaningful conversations. And that's just in the drop. That's in the drop. And meaningful doesn't mean that, they're saying, yeah, I want to move and I want to move right now and all that. No, that's not what it means. All meaningful conversation means is that, we got neighborly and we made a connection and we started a relationship. Now, every time they're walking down the street, walking their dog, or we're pulling past each other when we're going in or out of the neighborhood, we see each other. It's just a friendly nod and a friendly wave, but it gives me a reason to go say hello anytime that I see them. So it took me 26 minutes to put some bags out, and I got 2 conversations just in the pickup, or just in the drop. In the pickup, I had even more conversations. So during the pickup, you're going to make a quick announcement saying, hey, this is your last chance to do an arranged pickup if you're not on my little strip. Hit me up. Let me know. I'll be done here in the next hour or so. You definitely want to put a time frame on it because you want to create urgency. Don't forget those thank you notes whenever you pick up as well. All right, so you dropped all the bags off. Everybody donated. You picked them all up. You're all loaded up. Now you got to deliver social proof that you did all the things that you said you were going to do, and that people's donations actually mattered, that they're actually making an impact. So what you do is whenever you make the drop, you're going to print out a little sign. All it is a little piece of paper. Put a little bit of effort into it, but nothing crazy. You're just going to say these donations are all on behalf of target neighborhood name here. And you're going to take a picture on social media. And of course, you're going to blast it across the board. But most importantly, what you're going to do are retarget all of the people that you've been putting on blast through this entire thing. And you're going to say thank you to all of those that donated. And you're just going to let them know that everything that they know that they donated went to a good place, and that their efforts really did make an impact. That's your social proof right now. Outside of doing a food drive for a neighborhood, there are tons and tons of charity events that you can do. Like I said, charity always gets a ton of engagement, and it always feels great. So my recommendation to you would be to build this kind of strategy throughout into your farming efforts. Make it a yearly thing, but pepper 3 or 4 occasions into it. So look, we already have Thanksgiving food drive. Let's think of some different times throughout the year that we can do stuff. Okay, boom. Thanksgiving, we got a food drive. If you wanted to do one a month later, what comes then? Christmas. What do we need at Christmas? Toys. You can do a toy drive. If you wanted to have like a drop-off point or something like that, you could, or you could do the bag thing again. All right, let's move forward a few months. Okay, maybe we're doing, let's see, maybe a clothing drive, whether it be winter or summer, or maybe a back-to-school drive, that kind of thing. Or even if you want to go real crazy with it, maybe on like Memorial Day, Veterans Day, 4th of July, or that kind of thing, you can have little flags available for people to put into their yard, and you can sell them. And all the proceeds will go towards wounded veterans or whatever cause that that you want it to go towards. So in the blog post, you'll actually see 19 event-based farming ideas. Those were just a few of them that are kind of based off the bag pickup idea. But the point being, there are tons of opportunities throughout the year that you can get in front of people in this way. It's super easy. It's extremely cost effective because most of the time you can get it done for free minus the cost of just printing the little notes unless you do it at home. So it's pretty much a no-brainer. It's been proven to work. It's a great, great way to get in front of people and just have a good old-fashioned handshake. And it's just super simple. So do this. Here's my challenge to you. Hit me up. Let me know how things went. If you have any questions, if you need help planning, I can definitely help you with that. But share your numbers with me. Let me know how many bags you put out. Let me know how long it took you. Let me know how many people you met. And let's just kind of take it from there. If you need help choosing a farming neighborhood, we can definitely help with that as well. But the point being is just reach out to me if there's anything that we can do. But share your results because I would love to see how it's working for you and what ideas we can put in place to make it more effective. So enjoy your holidays. I hope you're going to do all the things that you enjoy with all the people that you love. I know you're going to be having a great time, so let's make it a point to collect for those that aren't going to be as fortunate for us during the holidays. You're awesome. You're a real estate rock star. I love everything you do. I'm your biggest fan, and I cannot wait to get in front of you next time. So holler at me if there's anything that I can do for you. Happy farming, and we will see you soon.